So you guys been wanting me to change the theme song sound quality, but I'm gonna keep the same song. So here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Just how she plays them, and she does that. She does it with the cat. Does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. Hopefully that fixed the audio. Crazy Cat does not own any of these pictures or books or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational purposes, so the people who watch them learn a little bit something when they do it. Hopefully that fixed the audio. I only did all those years ago. No, I don't want to do this. I'm scared of this thing. Please move it. Hi everyone, Martha here. So I just got done watching Blood of Zeus season 3, and I think this one is pretty good. For me being introduced to this show late, didn't start watching the show until season 2 came out. So yep, but what I do like about the show, before I get to spoilers, is that even though none of the stuff is based on real Greek myth, it paid attention to other Greek myths that actually were real, and shows details and how would the gods would really look. And so that's what I like about this, even though it's basically this borrowing from a bunch of other myths out there. It still shows a whole bunch of details, and that pretty much everything is covered. And even though not every god gets a line, they're still here. Yeah, Dionysus, Hypno, and Thanatos are here technically, but they don't get lines, sadly. But it's not really their story. Do you want to see a thing that does that and gives every single one of those characters a detail? Go play Hades. But I would say this is still good. Also, let me know if you want me to. I won't mind replaying Hades for you guys before that new one comes out, whenever that is. The new Hades comes out. Let me know, because I already did a review on it, but it just takes a long time to play that game. It's a long game. So let's get started on this review, and it's on Netflix. You can go watch it. So, because it will have spoilers in it, let's go. So, Gaia goes to release her children again, because this takes place after the Titans fight them the first time, and the Giants. But they, since she does not like what the Olympians have done to and around while they're ruling it, had affairs with humans, poisoned the earth, so she wants to punish all of them. And she thinks that Kronos can do that, even though Kronos is not exactly the best Titan out there either. They don't really mention it here in this show, because they don't ever mention the fact that, because they have pretty much enough opportunities to say when he's around Hades or Hera that I ate you. You could have said that. I wish they would have said, that part, that detail was not there, but they did keep on calling him son. This would have been nice for them to reference that Kronos, pretty much all of his kids except for Zeus. But they didn't reference that at all, but kind of wish they did. So she also unleashed Typhon, which is in some narrations is the dad of the Giants, and they have a big fight between pretty much all the gods there. Poor Hephaestus and Ares get killed by him. Oh yeah, Zeus is not there because he's still being punished for what he did in season 2. So he's not there. So yeah, both of them, and both Hephaestus and Ares both die trying to save Aphrodite. And so she loses both the men she was forced to marry, and the one that she had an affair with against him. I did so it's showing that she still eventually did agree to love him. And so everybody gets away. Hades tries to get away with Persephone, but she's not able to get inside the underworld because it's spring, and she can't go in the underworld when it's spring. So I did like that detail. and she puts more of a fight than Ares does against Typhon than Ares, because Ares pretty much died pretty fast. And Hephaestus, he just pretty much got stepped on trying to save Aphrodite. So we have lost 3 gods so far. It goes under there. Hades goes and saves Zagreus and Menemoth and Myth. And there's a god there supposed to be watching them, a female god. It's not really clear who this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be the god of darkness, Nyx, or is this supposed to be Hecate, or is this not clear who this is supposed to be? Because who would Hades trust to watch the kids while he's gone, since both these two are still kids? And he saves them and has them drink a potion that helps them protect them while this is going on. But the sad thing is that we never see them wake up. It's like a loose end that they don't ever address in this show. You put Hades and Persephone's kids to sleep, and yet we never, at the very end of the show, see them wake up. What the heck? And Kronos gets set free by Typhon, and he wants to go and get the others, like Oceanus and the other ones, and he goes and wants to go also free Atlas, which means who's going to open up the earth or sky while he's being released. But we find this pit, which I'm not sure is actually in Greek mythology, but it kills, but once you go in there, you lose your soul, so there's no way of bringing back anybody. And Demeter heals Hermes, and he takes back the potion to heal Apollo, Athena, Artemis, and all the other gods that were affected by the poison in season 2, because he goes and saves Persephone's soul for a little bit, but she ends up getting caught again by them, because we end up losing Ares to the Pit of Souls, Hephaestus, and also Persephone, and one of the judges that judged Zeus in the last season. And they made and when they have how do you say his name? Seraphine's priest gets judged. They have the goddess of judge, like Law and Order, to be the head of be the one that replaces one of the kings. And she ends up seeing him again, but he's in his human form, because both Heron and Seraphine team up for this season to make sure that that Seraphine's priest goes to Elysium, which is the Greek version of heaven. Because before in season 2 she was not welcome to be in Hades, because nobody was there to give coin to Charon to make sure she moves on property, so she was stuck on the other side of the water for pretty much all eternity, because Charon, you have to pay him in order to get on his boat, even when you're dead. And since she didn't do that, she can't get on. So both Charon and Seraphine want to find a necklace that would persuade Charon to do it, and the other 3, the Amazon that Charon likes, and the 2 that are pretty much Star Wars characters. They're basically Star Wars characters. One's Han Solo and one's pretty much Chewie. That's what these 2 remind me of, who don't exist in this world, but yeah, because there's a lot of Star Wars references in here. It's basically if you put Greek mythology and Christian stuff, because there's Christian relevance in here. So there's demons in here, which is not really in Greek mythology. And there's also the sword and the stone in there, because it's the sword, because they have a sword that's literally in a stone. So yeah, and they have a bunch of Star Wars references, mostly that they have 2 characters that look like they belong in there, and there's also literally they have a character but that's from in the first season. I do like who they got to play Kronos in here, and that's Alpha Melina. if you don't know who Alfred Molina is, that's the guy who plays Doc Ock in Spider-Man, the ones in Spider-Man 2. It's pretty cool to hear his voice here. I think he does a great job. And after he goes and gets Atlas and has Hades plus some of his like guards hold up the sky or Earth so he can like help them and have Hades be punished because he's kept on harassing Hades and Persephone. Where is Zeus so we can punish him for putting us inside our cages? Because that's what he wants to do. But he can't kill Hades because he will never find out where Zeus is. So he'd find decides, okay, I guess we're gonna have to go get the torch from Hecate in order to save him. So once they help Seraphin's priest, they go and Hera with a new arm that was built by Hephaestus before he died, since she lost her arm in the second season, asks for their help, even though how many times have these guys been betrayed by gods, especially Seraphin. And at the end of like the second and last episode, the Titans offered them all them separate Zeus for them to like be spared if you agree to have your memories taken, so they won't have, because there's like a prophecy for somebody to defeat these guys, and he wants to avoid that. But then they Hera decides to have them have like a fight between the two best ones, and so for a while Seraphin considers to do with it so he can be with his girl and like be forgiven for all the stuff that he has done over the years and be with her again, because he does not because how many times he's been used by the gods and he does not trust them. And like Heron's like, tell him, you can't trust the Titans either, like they're gonna be nicer than the gods. And so Heron takes on Typhon and beats him, but ends up being killed even after Demeter offers back his thread, because she's the one that cut the thread in the last season, so he could be with his Amazon. But his Amazon says that we cannot be together because I am Amazonian, even though that is not what Amazons, they're allowed to be with people, men, didn't even know, like in Wonder Woman they're not allowed to be, but it's just them getting mixed up with Artemis's hunters. And so we see both Typhon and Heron both die, and Seraphin ends up being Kronos by using Heron's sword, and Heron uses his lightning. We see Hermes goes to go and get Zeus and Hades from their prisons that way, so they're able to take down Kronos and help Seraphin. And that scene was really cool, seeing all of them fight against him, seeing Apollo seeing Artemis on top of Apollo's chariot while she's shooting arrows at the other Titans. So it was pretty cool. And then Kronos ends up being killed by Zeus and Seraphin, and the other Titans get put back where they belong. Eros goes back. Atlas goes back to lifting up the earth or sky. They honor both. They honor the ones who have fallen, like Seraphin. He has to go to Elysium, even though and weirdly he still has his cut eye, and they get to be with their mother. Both Heron and Seraphin get to see their mother again. He gets to be forgiven by his mother for killing her, and he also gets to be with his girl, because they got to hold each other again. And they both get statues, Seraphin and Heron, and Ares, Persephone, Festus get to have like constellations in the sky to honor them. So yep, it's not perfect, but I liked it. I'm probably gonna give it like a okay. I should watch these episodes before I watch them, before I watch the third season. I did watch a short recently while I was editing this, and it showed that Kronos was eating his kids in the rock thing when Zeus didn't get, and so it did mention it already in last season. I just really wish that he would, like, I don't know, like, taunt Hades all those times he was around Hades. So, I mean, he was kind of already taunting him. I just really wish that it would, like, add the detail that I actually, like, I ate you. But since they, like, referenced it already, I guess they didn't want to do it again. But yeah, I just wanted to add that to it, in case somebody's gonna correct me. Oh yeah, like, they already did that in the second season. You just forgot. So yeah, just want to add that. A 9 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and go watch it if you haven't watched it yet. So bye bye.